my name is James Lambert, and I'm the president of the Columbia County West Rotary Club, and I'm here today to present the Johns Award. Rotary is a global civic organization whose motto is service above self. Rotary is made up of professionals who are united worldwide to provide humanitarian service, encourage high ethical standards in all vocations, and help build goodwill and peace throughout the world. So Otis and Johnny Johns are considered to be some of the pioneers in education, not only in Columbia County, but actually throughout the world. Mr. and Mrs. Johns moved to Grovetown in 1928, right before the Great Depression. Mr. Johns had applied for several principal positions through the state of Georgia, but he wanted somewhere where his wife could also teach, so he was sent to Grovetown. And when they arrived in Grovetown, they arrived and saw kind of a dilapidated school building there. And during their first year of teaching, they taught about 50 students. So not only were the Johns the principal and the teacher, they were also the custodian, the maintenance man, the lunch lady. They did everything in the school. Later on, the Johns actually acquired a old barrack from Toccoa, Georgia, where they had some military training to make the first school cafeteria. And Mr. and Mrs. Johns grew crops and grew things to feed the students who often didn't have the ability to have meals at home. And the Johns would feed them at school and send them some food home. The Johns would also, Mrs. Johns was also a talented seamstress, and she would make the children clothing, mend their shoes, do lots of things to help provide a strong educational environment for these students. And Mrs. Johns and Mr. Johns were considered the true pioneers of education here in Columbia County at a time where we really needed somebody. So the Johns also, they were in that dilapidated school building for a while and decided that they wanted something a little bit bigger and better for the kids. So what they did is they actually went out into the community and formed a task force or a coalition to bring community and business leaders together to help fund and find materials to build this school. And they actually were able to build what was the school out in Grovetown for a long time. And they were the only school that owned their school outright, so they had no debt to show for the school that they did build. So they were very instrumental in bringing out and developing and pushing education in Columbia County. So Mr. and Mrs. Johns were very passionate about what they did, and they were very passionate about helping people and providing great education to their students. Mrs. Johns is noted to say that it's not really about making A's or B's, it's about always doing the right thing. And that's what this Johns Award is here to represent. We're not here to give it to necessarily the best student, but more of the student that does the best with what they can. So it's not about A's and B's, it's about doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And that's what we're here to present the Johns Award as a civic award to give to the students who are doing the right thing, and they always do the right thing no matter who's looking. They're willing to lend a hand, they work well with others, they work well with their teachers, and they're great overall citizens. So I'm here and I'm proud to present this Johns Award today, and I'll turn it back over to your school principal or the Master of Ceremonies to present the award during your awards day. Thank you.
All right, next is the Johns Award. And I'm going to read this really quickly, okay? The Johns Award is a Columbia County tradition. Each year, a boy and a girl are chosen, and their names are added to the plaques that are inside our front office. Otis and Johnny Johns moved to Grovetown in 1928. They came to the school and taught a group of about 50 students. When I say they ran the school, they were the principal, the teacher, the custodian, and the lunch staff all in one. They did everything. They acquired an old barrack and used it to make the first school cafeteria. and they grew many of the foods they served. Mrs. Johns was a talented seamstress and even made clothes for the students. They formed a group to unite the community and business leaders to raise funds to build a school for the growing town of Grovetown. Together, they provided a strong educational environment for the students. Mr. and Mrs. Johns were very passionate about learning. They are considered true pioneers in education in Columbia County. Mrs. Johns is noted to say that it's not really about making A's and B's, but more about doing the right thing. This is what the Johns Award represents. Josh Smith is our 2000. Recipient of the Johns Award for Uchee Creek Elementary. He is consistently helpful to everyone, his classmates, teachers, and anyone else that he sees in the building. He brings a huge smile to our classroom and is always trying to brighten someone's day. From a friendly smile or an encouraging word, Josh is your fellow. There isn't a student in our room, and I dare say the 5th grade, who doesn't consider him a friend. Josh has a strong work ethic. He gives each assignment his best effort. These traits embody the essence of the Johns Award, and I'm proud to honor him with this title today. Josh is also receiving the AB Honor Roll, Critical Thinker in History and Reading, the highest science average. He conquered 5th grade, the Johns Award, and the Principal's Award. The next one is a little bit different. Madison, come on up, sweetie. Madison is getting, she already is getting the AB Honor Roll Award, Critical Thinker in Writing Award. She conquered the 5th grade, and then we have an extra special award for her. And I'm going to read something to you really quickly. This is the Johns Award. It is a Columbia County tradition. Each boy and girl are chosen, and their names are added to a plaque that is in the front office. Otis and Johnny Johns moved to Grovetown in 1928. They came to the school and taught a group of about 50 students. When I say they ran the school, they were the principal, the teacher, the lunchroom worker, the custodian, all in one. They did everything. Can you imagine? They acquired an old barrack and used it to make the first school cafeteria, and they grew the fruits and vegetables that they fed the students. Mrs. Johns was a talented seamstress, and she even made the clothes that the children wore. They formed a group to unite community and business leaders to raise funds to build a school for the growing town of Grovetown. Together, they provided a strong educational environment for the students. Mr. and Mrs. Johns were very passionate about learning. They are considered true pioneers in education in Columbia County. Mrs. Johns is noted to say that it is not really about making A's and B's, but more about doing what's right. This is what the Johns Award represents. Madison Pryor is our 2021 recipient of the Johns Award for Uchee Creek Elementary. She is constantly helpful to everyone, classmates, teachers, and anyone else she sees in the building. Madison brings a huge smile to our classroom and is always trying to brighten someone's day. From a gentle note or an encouraging word, Madison is your girl. There isn't a student in our room, and dare I say the 5th grade, who doesn't consider her a friend. Madison has a strong work ethic. She gives each assignment her best effort and even asks for more practice. These traits embody the essence of the Johns Award, and I'm proud to honor her with this title today.